all know that studying is very tiring. So how can we get ourselves to study even when we don't feel like it? The first tip would be the 2-minute rule. And basically what you want to do with any habit, if it's a bad habit, you want to increase friction between your intention and your action, whereas with bad habits, you want to decrease friction between your intention and your action. So if you want to get yourself to study quickly, then only tell yourself to study for 2 minutes, and this would basically be the 2-minute rule. Another way to decrease friction between your intention to study and the action of studying is by setting up your environment in a way that makes it easier for you to study. So for example, you could make sure that the day before you put everything that you need to study on the desk, so that when you want to start studying, you don't have to get all the pens or the exercise books and so forth before you're actually able to start, which of course, if you go and get first your pen and then you go back to your desk and you notice that there's something else you need, and then you go back and notice that there's something else you've forgotten, after a while you're not going to feel like studying anymore. So basically try to make it as easy as possible. And then the third tip would be that you want to plan what you're going to study beforehand. For example, if you just write down, if you're studying for, let's say, biology, if you just write down study biology from that and that time to that and that time, that is no good. Because biology is such a broad topic, you're not going to know where to start. So you want to make sure that you want to write down which topic you want to learn or which pages of that book you want to read and so forth. Because you want to avoid decision fatigue, the state in which you're faced with so many different options that you don't know what to choose and you feel overwhelmed. But of course you don't want to plan things way too detailed though, because then you're just going to get into the state of paralysis analysis. If you plan too much, that's more a sign of you procrastinating than making sure you get the studying done. And then the fourth tip would be that you definitely don't want to wait for motivation. Most people think you need to be motivated to take action. However, it also works the other way around. Also, taking action makes you more motivated. You're way more likely to act yourself into feeling than to feel yourself into acting. Many people say, well, I can't be motivated because I am not disciplined. Well, motivation and discipline are actually two very different things. They're actually even kind of opposites, because motivation is doing something due to how you feel, because you feel like doing it, whereas discipline is doing it even though you don't feel like doing it. And then the fifth tip would be, of course, if you want to know how to get yourself to study, it would be good to know how to beat procrastination. If you want to know that, you can watch this video here.